Um, what? Full of misgivings, a young woman travels with her new boyfriend to his parents' secluded farm. Hey, quick thanks for checking out my channel. If you guys love movies just like I do, you guys are in the right spot. So make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. I'm thinking of ending things was an experience. This is directed by Charlie Kaufman. The screenplay is by Charlie Kaufman. This is based off of a novel. This film stars Jesse Plemons, Toni Collette, David Thewlis, and Jesse Buckley. I have not been more perplexed and confused with a film in 2020. This is by far the most shocking, just out there kind of film. I didn't know much about this film going into it. I did know that it was based off of a novel, but immediately watching this film, I was amazed with the directing and the conversations, the script. All of it was very captivating. It's a 2-hour and 14-minute movie, and a lot of the time in the beginning of the film is spent with a conversation in a car between Jesse Plemons and Jesse Buckley. They are dating for not too long, and they are headed to his parents' farm. They just talk about random things, life. It's just so interesting to just sit there and watch them talk. And it goes on for a long time. I had to pause it and see how long the film was running for, because it just felt like it was going on for a long time. And I really don't mind that, because the conversations were so captivating, and I could just sit and listen to them talk to each other for hours and hours. But once we get to his family's farm, he kind of warns this woman that, hey, my parents are a little bit crazy. So they go in and meet the parents. David Thewlis, Professor Lupin from Harry Potter, and Toni Collette are in this movie. Let's just stop real quick. Toni Collette, can we just appreciate her? She's such a good actress. Hereditary, Knives Out, she's just amazing. She's amazing in this movie. But as we learn more about who these people are, we get a sense that something is off. Something is not right. And this young woman starts to experience things as she's thinking of ending things with her boyfriend. And things with the parents just make you think that something's not right with this movie. And it's going to go a route to where it's going to be fully unexpected and very bizarre, and you're going to be very confused with it, because certain moments while they're at this farm really catch you off guard. You have to go back and rewind the movie to see if you missed something, because it's just not really discussed at all, and she just kind of accepts it. And from there out, the rest of the film, which you still have like a good amount of hour or so left, is very, very, very strange. I actually read the synopsis and ending for this book after watching this movie, because I was very confused with what was happening. I wanted to see how the movie matched up with the novel. And the novel has a lot of big reveals and a lot of secrets and just shocking moments. And the movie doesn't have certain scenes like that, so it really leaves moments up for interpretation, and so does the book as well. But after he leaves the secluded farm and they stop at a Dairy Queen-like location, you still get a sense that things are very off. When they go to a school to throw away their ice cream, you can still tell that things are very off. And from this trailer, you might get the sense that it is a horror film. It's not. It's a very artsy, interesting film. But one thing I could say about this movie is that it always, every single moment kept my interest. 2 hours and 14 minutes. I never felt bored. I never felt like the film was slow. I was always interested because of the tone, the characters, the situations. I always wanted to see what was going to happen next. The initial setup for the characters, their conversations, then meeting David Thewlis and Toni Collette's characters, absolutely great acting in those moments. And then from there on out, everything is just so bizarre that you just want to know everything that's happening within this movie. This is by far one of my favorite Netflix films. I don't understand this movie fully at all. I will admit it that I've watched it twice now, and I still do not understand what is happening within this movie. But that's so cool because it always is going to be a movie that I want to return and watch to try to figure out something new. And the author said that he wanted to leave the ending up for interpretation. However, he wanted to perceive the novel, and that's really how this movie is. It's a bizarre movie with some of the best acting this year. Toni Collette, she didn't have a big role in the movie. She had a much smaller role, but she was absolutely amazing. David Thewlis is perfect as well. Jesse Plemons is great. You could tell that he's hiding something. And Jessie Buckley is always thinking of things in her head. There's always narration from her of wanting to end things. And the second time I watched it, I went back and there's a conversation in the beginning of the movie and it starts to make sense of what certain things are at. I wish the movie would have kept certain things from the book, because reading the book at the end, I was blown away. And I would really like to see that play out in the movie, but it's a different version at the end of the movie. And I don't know if like someone was on acid while making this movie. It's very bizarre. But it's a very rewarding film. I did enjoy this film. I want to watch it again many times for the directing, the way that it looks, the story, all of it is just very captivating. It's very artsy, and I loved every second of it. But I will tell you that this film is not going to be for everybody. I could see people immediately being turned off by this movie for how slow it runs. The conversations in the beginning on the car headed to this farm, I could see them be like, all right, let's get to the meat of the story. Let's get the story going. It moves very slow. And I will admit that, I could totally see why people may not like this film at all. It's not going to be for everybody. And they're going to see the end of the film, and they're going to go, that was so stupid. I could totally see that. I could totally see my wife thinking that. But I thought it was very, very good. I'm going to go ahead and give I'm Thinking of Ending Things an A. Thank you guys for checking my review for I'm Thinking of Ending Things. If you guys have seen it, what do you think about it? Stay tuned for more up-and-coming Netflix content. You guys are the best as always. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.